Hello, everyone, and welcome to Grip Blocks, Foundation Disc Golf Weekly Podcast. I'm Hunter, joined as always by Trevor and Konner. You might be thinking, why am I listening to a disc golf podcast? Nothing happened this past week.
Yeah, what the heck?
We will invent it.
Disc golf still exists.
Yeah.
You sillies.
Well, no, what did happen is the Pro Tour regular season and playoffs minus the Tour Championship are over. So, therefore, we're going to be ranking the Pro Tour events from S tier all the way down to F tier.
Are we going to be going...
We'll get there when we get there.
Okay.
Then we'll do a little Trevor's trivia, and then we're going to just update you on people who are headed into free agency this offseason. So which players' contracts are up. It's a pretty interesting list, and we'll talk about all of that. We'll have a Silas select.
What up?
Gave that to Silas so he can select something.
Silas, will you select something?
And then we'll have a
we'll update a piece of bread to somebody.
We'll update our top 10 after that if we get there. You know how we be.
Surely we get there this time.
Yeah, we got nothing to talk about this time.
Surely.
All right, but before all that, let's take a moment to thank today's... Gee, Silas is stretching.
Silas stretches. He blocks out.
Let's take a moment to thank our sponsor of today's episode. Hey, everyone.
Hi.
Hey.
This episode is brought to you by Manscaped, the global leader in men's lifestyle and grooming. Every man knows the unbeatable feeling of a fresh barbershop shave. Now, what if I told you that you no longer have to wait weeks or even months between appointments to experience it?
I'd be like, what?
Introducing Manscaped's newest innovation, the Chairman Pro Electric Foil Shaver. The game-changing tool that brings the luxury of professional shave right to your home. Whether you're after that daily silky smooth finish or prefer to maintain a rugged 5 o'clock shadow, the Chairman Pro Electric Foil Shaver is your go-to for precision and style every time. Head over to manscaped.com and join over the 11 million. We crossed into 11.
Hey, we're into 11.
Wow.
Come on, guys. That was us.
We're basically part of Manscaped at this point.
11 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by using code GRIPLOCK for 20% off and free shipping. So what makes the Chairman Pro stand out? Well, it's all about versatility and precision. It comes with 2 interchangeable skin-safe blade heads. You have the skin-safe 4-blade foil for that close, smooth shave when you're looking to go completely clean. And if a clean shave isn't your style, that's okay. You can switch over to the skin-safe stubble trimmer to keep your stubble looking sharp and polished. And both heads are designed with skin-safe technology to help reduce razor burn and irritation, so your skin feels smooth and comfortable after every shave, reducing redness and discomfort. A standout feature that truly differentiates the Chairman Pro from the rest is the Flex Adjust technology. This innovative technology ensures a superior shave by allowing both blades and the pivoting head, to seamlessly adapt to the unique contours of your face and neck, helping you maintain great contact with your skin at every angle. So get the Chairman Pro today and experience a shave that is as smooth as you deserve. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code GRIPLOCKED at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with code GRIPLOCKED at manscaped.com. Thanks again to Manscaped.
Sounds fantastic.
Tier list time.
Who has
pull up
the
a tier list
tiers?
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work out for
Make
you
a template.
because
You have to write
you
it in
typically have
tiers?
to
Make my own
attach
template.
images. Can you just do text?
Create single-use template.
I'm not going to lie, guys. Ever since Silas laid down that bag that has a Silas Select in it, I can't stop just trying to think of what it is.
Tier list.
Y'all stick around to the end. If you
Text.
listen to
Not a
Silas
text
I'll
Select.
just screenshot it. There wasn't. No.
Oh.
Square images, landscape images, portrait images.
Okay.
Screenshot. So we have S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier. I lied about the F tier.
So we're obviously going to go through each event, Pro Tours and majors, or just Pro Tour events?
I think just Pro Tour events.
Okay, I like that.
And I think we factor in our perception as the entire event. Because we didn't go to any Pro Tours. We only went to a major.
Right.
So this is at-home perception, and if we heard stuff online.
And then we're going off of how the event was run and the courses, not like what happened in the
Correct.
Because that's not fair.
No,
to the
this
event.
is just the event,
just
the event, not the results.
Right. If Gannon Burr went poopy on the rest of the field, that's not your fault.
No. Now, could that affect our perception?
Could.
Maybe.
We can never say that.
Never say never. Rule number 1.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I am Justin Bieber.
So we got to go all the way back.
I guess it's going to be easiest if I pull up the DGPT. We're also not going to do the European events.
You need the schedule. You know,
or do you like the European events?
Well, not the schedule because we don't have the European events.
You say, are we doing European events?
Yeah.
The full Pro Tour ones, I guess we have to.
Okay. First off, we have the...
Chaz.
Are these out of order? That's going to be super annoying.
No, you should...
They're out of order.
What?
How are they out of order?
That doesn't make any sense. Oh, no, it just had...
No, they're out of order.
Does it... Okay, then it gets
They're
into
alphabetical.
Order.
No, they're alphabetical.
Oh, you got to be able to change that. Go to the top. This website's
went to
trash.
full
This
schedule.
website's trash.
go past.
Yeah, that's what you want. Probably that'll do something.
D-Glow.
Yeah.
No.
No.
What's going on here, guys? What are we doing? Why is it
Just
so?
go to.
But this is going to be upcoming. So it's just the events that are upcoming.
What? How?
Okay. First off, I'm gonna just go ahead and kick this off. Pro Tour website D tier.
Yeah, write that.
Let's just start there.
Write that in there. That's actually really funny.
We're gonna start off with just pro dgpt.com,
Yeah.
dgpt.com, D tier. Because I should be able to go to the schedule and see the schedule in order. Who wants to go see the schedule in alphabetical order?
Yeah, that doesn't make much sense.
You're gonna have to make it smaller than that, surely. We can adjust as we get there.
Yeah, we can.
I don't know how many D tier events will there be. Probably not many.
Not many.
if any.
Well, there's one, dgpt.com/schedule/2024 tour / they're not in order. Okay, well, I guess they'll still have the list, so we just won't be able to go in order. We'll just go in their order.
Yeah, that's fine. I guess it doesn't really matter.
It matters.
It's going to annoy me.
I feel like
But
it
we're
would
just
just,
gonna go in their
help
order.
us like remember what it was like to be there.
Okay,
you
the
know?
first one on theirs was the Discraft Great Lakes Open.
That didn't happen first.
I think D-Glow is like very consistent, but it's a B tier for me. I think it's a B tier.
The course isn't that.
Because I think it's a well-run event. The course is like fine.
Yeah.
I think it's a B tier.
I think what hurts it in my head is 4 rounds at that course. Because it was a plus event this year.
Plus event.
That course is kind of boring to me to watch.
Do you
I
think
feel
it's a C tier event?
No, because I think I don't know. This is our first event, so there's a lot's based on this.
I agree, but I think this is like
B
a
tier is
standard
fine.
B to me.
Yeah, because you know what you're expecting. It's fine.
It's very standard B tier.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. D-Glow, B tier. Con, you have an opinion? Or
I love it.
okay.
No, like
20
I love what you guys are giving it.
Okay.
2024 Green Mountain Championship at Smuggler's Notch Resort.
So this one's interesting because this event got complaints this year.
I'll say, may I present opinion against the event?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You may.
Because I think an important part of the event is the atmosphere, the fans.
Mm-hmm.
This event's not a very fan-heavy event
Middle of nowhere.
because it's in the middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere.
Courses.
The question is, does the fact that it has like probably one of the best, if not the best, 1-2 punch on
Yes,
tour?
no, that's a really good for it.
Is it enough to make it an A tier?
Courses also this year, after playing them and after watching them play it, soft.
Do you think people are going to think when we post this as a tier list, they're going to be like, that wasn't a PDGA C tier?
Maybe. That's funny.
What's an S
That
tier?
is funny.
Yeah, probably like, no, these
They
are
didn't
all
have
us.
any wind. That's why I think that was kind of an anomaly. Although I do think
But wind should not be the course's defense.
I would agree.
Because then what happened can happen.
But also, is that a problem if that happens like once every 4 years? I don't know.
Well,
I
if
don't
it's a
really know.
playoff event, if it's a playoff event, to me, the course is.
What's the playoffs on it?
They put it on there. I didn't give it that label. They gave it that label. If you're going to call something a playoff event, I feel like it should have some teeth.
So you're leaning towards B tier.
I'm leaning towards B's fine. I think B's fine.
Okay.
'Cause I think
it
the
definitely
venue,
can't go further down than a B
The
tier.
venue would be like A tier, maybe S tier, if you were able to put that venue in a hotbed. But then
Yeah.
the courses are a little soft, which makes me pull back. But then the fact that, like, if any spectators want to go to it,
You're right.
you're going to be traveling
Listen,
for a long way.
I think people are going to think that's a spicy take, but you have to hear out, like, it's not just about the courses and them being ranked
No.
super high.
The
You
courses
gotta
are
consider
awesome.
the entire event.
The courses are phenomenal.
All right, let's go B tier.
They're a little
Fine.
soft for the modern day Pro Tour, but I think that's fixable.
We're going to get engagement. I would have said, I would call it like a B plus or A minus, but that's fine.
Yeah, well, that's just my only qualm against it is just like you can't get spectators out there.
Your qualm is my command.
Okay. The next one they have is the MVP Open.
That's S tier.
I think, yeah.
It's S tier.
Trying to think
If
of-
there is an S tier event on tour,
Yeah, it'd be
Then
kind of
that's
tough
the
if
S
that
tier.
were.
Because it's also, like, even location-wise, it's only like an hour from Boston.
tons of fans, not the middle of nowhere, awesome iconic course.
Fans are rowdy.
It's a blast.
Course is great.
It's S tier.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something like against it.
My thing is too, for the standard of this, I don't know that I would rank any event above it. So
Well, let's not forget about the carport. They added the carport.
Yeah, no, I don't love that. But that doesn't.
No, you're just trying to think of something you don't love.
No,
I just
you're
gave you
right.
something.
You're right.
You're right.
That's not gonna be enough to take it from S tier.
S tier.
Yeah, I would agree.
Thank goodness we got all the Northeasterners back on our side.
Yeah, I don't think
They love us.
They love us again.
I don't think there's really much against
D-Glow and GMC being next to each other is bugging me.
chess.com Invitational.
I think
I gotta think back.
The cast
it's a long time ago. Location pretty solid. You're not in the middle of nowhere, but you're also not in the super populated area of
I was
Florida.
say, how were the fans crazy out there?
That one chess guy was there.
But yeah,
Magnus.
they did it. They secured a really cool event sponsor for the.
They
for
did
its
have really good
inaugural.
integration too.
They
with
had
it.
they had good integration, and the course is fun. I think this might be. The problem is, man, making this A tier over freaking GMC, man, that's gonna.
We have our reasons.
I know. It might be too early to call it A tier. We might need to sit it in B tier until we can see it again. It might be too soon.
But you're just basing it off of this event.
Yeah, we're not looking at.
We're not looking at the history.
It
of
doesn't matter who won what win. It's just
But that's
this
what I'm
year.
saying is this year, I think that I'm hyperinflating.
I'm trying
my
to
opinion.
remember it. I'm trying to remember.
I think I need to calm myself down a little bit.
No, you don't need to.
Oh, I've got to calm down.
What were the
You don't need to calm
What were the
down.
fans like?
That's what I can't remember. It's so hard to remember.
That's
week
so
to
far
week.
back.
So it's not that you have to calm yourself down; it's that you don't remember.
I don't
bit
remember.
of
I don't
both.
remember it being.
I'm trying to calm down because I can't remember.
I don't remember it being shocking either way. I don't remember thinking there's no one out here or.
Right.
And the course, I think, played pretty well.
But was it troubling?
Wasn't troubling.
Okay.
No. I think the course played pretty
It
well.
was on my birthday.
That. What? Oh, Trevor's birthday. I think we gotta go S tier, guys. It's on Trevor's birthday.
Trevor's birthday. It's Trevor's birthday round.
Oh, actually, it was the day I started the day.
We
after
were
my
actually-
birthday, so
I
don't
think the
care.
course
We were out there
played.
hyping up Trevor.
The
That's
course
funny.
played
I was
pretty well.
literally in the hospital during this. Wait, what?
Oh, whenever you broke your leg.
Yeah, on his birthday.
I was in the hospital
When
during
we went to the
chess.com?
skateboard park. Remember we went to the skateboard park? You tried to drop in.
I'm just like that, man. Now
No
it's
one knows
really-
why you're in the hospital, Trev.
I had a
Fill 'em in.
baby. Had a
Yeah,
baby.
thank you.
Yeah,
Trevor's just like, I was in the hospital.
I'm
People were
just
thinking
trying-
it's for a brain injury.
I guess.
Wait, you had a baby driver
skateboard that's
well, I guess though, the event had started. Okay, so the event had started. I had seen round one. No, I hadn't. I went to the hospital. I was watching round one in the hospital, I guess.
So does that like enhance
Tell
your
us the birth story.
That's what I'm trying to like. I'm trying to like really be like, man,
Well,
maybe I
AB
really don't have an
won,
opinion.
So that's why your
Yeah.
opinion is
B
yeah.
tier. My final answer.
Okay.
If you're
I
okay
don't-
with that,
I'm fine with it. It's between B or A to me.
I'm fine with it being a B tier for now. There's gonna be a lot of B
That
tiers.
I now agree with you, Trevor. After figuring out that you were in the hospital, I do feel like you don't have enough information to make it an A tier.
Yeah. yeah.
Waco.
Now Waco added the new course this
We
year,
added the new course.
right?
Did you
Yep.
like it?
That happened this year.
Lake Waco.
Yeah. And
the
I
course
feel
was
like I
fine. It was a
did
good-
like
It was
it.
a good mix.
And they still played at the Beast though.
They still played at the Beast, two
Yeah.
and two rounds at each.
They just weren't finishing on that finishing stretch. That was people's qualm.
Yeah, the finishing
Okay.
stretch was not great. Fan engagement, I think, was fine.
Did Gannon win Waco?
Gannon won. Luke Humphreys choked it.
Oh, there we go. See, I need a memory like that to spark things. I actually did like the finishing stretch. Like it still was like a decent time.
It had that, like, hillside.
I like the way that event was set up this year. I would say that's an A tier event. Also, good logo, good trophy as well.
It does have a great trophy.
and
that is a
good
good point.
fans. And good fans.
Oh, chess.com. I have to go C tier. They hand out a chessboard.
I'm still keeping it a B
Remember
tier.
that? It had no logo
checkers
on it.
board.
Or
Or checkers
checkers
board.
board. We couldn't tell.
Yeah, but like I think it's still a B tier event. If we're gonna immediately
That's right. Okay,
demote
well-
every tournament for that reason, there's gonna
Well,
be a
but
lot
that
of
one was
demotions.
criminal. That was like
There's
the year
been worse.
OTB handed out a dyed disc.
Okay, this is what
No,
we'll
the
do.
digest
Because
is
all the
worse.
trophies, because
Well,
all the trophies.
it goes from B plus to B minus.
Okay.
Stays in the
Well,
B.
let's just do this. Since all the trophies are bad,
Not all.
Not all.
but most of them.
Yes.
Since disc golf trophies are bad, we'll put this Foundation Pro Tour event tier list will be a B tier. We'll bring it from an A tier down to a
Oh,
B tier.
okay.
So the whole thing scoots down.
That's good.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
good.
So
I
we
would
can
say
still
this
just
is-
do what
I
we're
would say
doing.
I like Waco's an
A
A tier.
Wait,
I can't think of anything really that much against it.
I always enjoy Waco. I really do.
Waco's always wacko.
Waco's always wacko. Even
And the
though-
course, even the Beast is not a bad course.
No, it's very
Yeah.
entertaining.
It's an entertaining course.
Yeah.
It's not the best course
Love
design,
it.
maybe. Okay, the Open at Austin. This means nothing.
Major
right now. I can't
points
remember.
for the cowboy hat and the fact that Antela won and it was
Yes,
sick.
Antela won. I do remember that.
And they
and Owen
they
Scoggins won.
redesigned the entire property this year, and it was a good time. I would actually say this is a B tier event. I think some people might disagree, but the fact that the cowboy hat thing was kind of sick this year.
I do remember that.
And
Came
they
down-
redesigned it, and I think people liked it more.
People definitely liked it more. All of the Texas
And the gallery
events-
was nuts on that final day. When they were all lining up and all the camera bulbs were going off.
Oh, yeah, because it got delayed to the dark, right?
It was kind of sick. I think this is a B tier event, and it could be on its way to A tier.
I don't hate.
And they're in Austin. They're in a great location.
They're in a great location.
I think
they're in
that's
a great
B tier
location.
event.
Gonna be a lot of B tiers. I'm had to. Make
There
this
will
font
be. There
smaller
will
at some
be.
point.
It's a mid tour.
Dang, Trev. All right.
B tier is actually good.
Next
though.
up, we have Texas States.
That might be C.
It might have to go C tier just because it has Lone
That
Stars
logo
disc
is so bad.
in the logo. Well, the logo is
I
just
don't
bad in general.
remember much
I don't remember
about
anything
this
about this.
at
Well, they
all.
changed from the normal course to a different course.
Yeah.
Should we add a tier of forgetful? Forgettable?
Just what happened? Question mark.
Maybe.
No, that's not fair. I would say
Who won Texas States?
let's go ahead and get a little bit of background on Texas.
Yeah, let's look at
States.
Texas States here.
So I just need like one memory, and that usually sets off the like
I
there
know.
we go.
Wouldn't it have been like the third year
It was
in
in
a row that-
Houston.
Well, Ricky didn't win.
Anthony
Ricky
Barella
didn't
won.
win.
Anthony Barella won it.
but it was like a storyline that
Yeah, Ricky was
something-
trying to go for like 6 of them or
Yeah.
something.
Brock Park in Houston, Texas, 10,000 feet.
Oh, I do. Wasn't this like a kind of? It was kind of open and a bunch of low ceilings because I remember the practice rounds.
I still, I don't have a picture. My memory has not been jogged.
I remember watching the practice rounds, and I think it was a very forgetful course. Is
yeah,
my memory.
I clearly.
No, like a lot of the shots were very similar because it was kind of a grassy course with like the trees. Yeah. That I think this is a C. This is definitely a C event. If not,
I don't think I've ever seen this course.
if not lower.
The bridge. I do remember the bridge. Okay, this is the course that it was asking pros to throw kind of weird shots at different times.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like most of the holes, I remember. I think it was the
Oh,
back
yeah,
nine.
yeah.
The
I
back
remember
nine,
the
like every
practice
hole
round.
blended in.
Goose, this is where we discovered Goose could throw Buzz OS really
Yeah.
confusingly because you were
Yeah.
editing the practice round for Brody
It's true.
at
Yeah.
Texas States, and Goose kept saying it was Buzz OS, and you were like, that
True.
shouldn't be a Buzz OS.
Yeah.
It makes no
Looks
sense.
like
This is
Luna.
either C or F.
Well, C or D. D's
Or
the
D,
lowest.
rather.
I'm fine with C.
It would be funny if the only thing in the D tier is DGPT.com.
I can't remember. I can't remember it that much, so I feel like it has to at least be a C.
It's definitely not a B.
No,
Yeah. It's
I
not.
think we put it at C, and then we can
Okay.
move it to D if there's a reason that anyone remembers.
Okay.
But Texas
Very
State's
forgetful.
Jonesboro Open.
This got shredded again this year, right?
Yeah, it definitely did.
I like this course. I like this side of heaven. That's where they play this one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
AB won this one as well.
Yeah, this is when he was
He averaged 8 under.
on ballistic. Did it not get super shredded this year then?
He averaged 8 under. He won 24
not,
under.
That's not crazy. Yeah, this course didn't get murdered this
He
year.
went. Oh, it was the final round played tough because he went 11 under, and then
But this wasn't a year that like
someone shredded.
it must have been 2 years ago that it was like Conrad that shot like 16 under. I think that was like 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
it must have been 2.
So this year it played harsher.
Yeah, it played fine.
And I like this event in general. This is
There
either,
was something with this event.
but that was I think that was the year before where there was no wind and it got murdered.
Why do I feel like people didn't play this event? But they clearly did. CAB,
I think this event is
Calvin Gannon, Ricky.
considering
Nicholas.
I like
Yeah.
the course a lot. This could be A tier.
It typically has a pretty good fan base out there.
And now I will say it wasn't good enough for them to keep it on the Pro Tour next year.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
But I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it is an A tier event. I like it. It's got
There was
flavor.
something with it. There was something with Jonesboro this
This year?
I'm almost positive. There was some type of storyline.
Okay. Let them cook. Let them cook, guys. The only person that would have talked about it would have been us.
Yeah, go to
Yeah, that's the whole problem. I'm not gonna be able to find.
We need to
friggin'
start
any
transcripting.
go to the
all of our
Grip Log episode
episodes.
after
article. After
Yeah, what did we
Jonesboro?
type?
Jonesboro.
Is it about baskets?
Oh, probably. Well, veterans baskets.
Someone
so
said something about
probably.
baskets on Reddit. There's some talk about Macbeth. Did Macbeth suck at this event?
What date was Jonesboro? I'll look it up.
This is in April.
April 14th. It would have been April 15th. Commentary complaints.
Just the typical
Calvin
nonsense.
hitting the box cost him. Was this like Calvin's a fraud event? Is that what happened there?
Could have been.
Felt like one of the,
What was the date when it was him?
This
April?
This is the one they got choked away. Because I saw this comment. Felt like one of those whoever gets the ball last type of days. Remember, it was like kind of coming down.
Oh, Callaway and Calvin both tried to throw that
yes,
hyzer.
that's what it was.
That's what. That was electric,
That's fine.
though.
Yeah.
I think it's A tier.
That's A tier. Okay, that's definitely what I'm thinking.
That's
of.
what it was. They
I
both
just
tried to
remember
go
there was,
wide.
like, some storyline.
It's that long par 3 they finished on. And they both tried to
They
go
both-
Pekka wide.
Yep. They
Love
both
it.
kind of choked it away.
Love it.
Yes, that's what it
A
was.
tier.
Ben Callaway almost won. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, A tier is fine. That's definitely what it was. Because if it's on player performance, that has nothing to do with the event.
Wow, that was a big deal.
Yeah, I was gonna say I knew there was something with Jonesboro.
Gosh, dude, do I have that written down for choke of the year? I need to. This is the kind of stuff. See, I'm doing better for the grippies this year, guys. I'm keeping track of
Okay.
these things.
So good, Trev.
All right,
Thank
next
you.
one down. After Jonesboro, we have Music City Open. I don't know if I can give an opinion because I was there.
Is that the Les Paul
So
one?
I would have a better opinion because I was on the
Yeah.
grounds and
Well,
saw
that's
it.
okay.
Kristen won, and
Kristen and Simon won.
Simon won.
And
and they got Les Pauls.
yeah, I think at
That's
home the course people didn't perceive it that well, if I remember correctly. I think it kind of blends in with Jonesboro.
It does.
This was also the event that there was the threat against Natalie Ryan that like shut down the event. But it was positive to the event. It's the event that made the Pro Tour start having bag checks.
I think
Can't really think that factor into a tier list, but I'm just giving y'all jogging your memory.
I think that
You can.
Music City Open for me feels very between B and C. But if you were there and you thought it was a solid event, then I'm okay with B. I'm not willing.
Well,
to
I don't
give it
think
an A.
me because me being on the grounds is unfair because that's
No,
the
I
only
think-
one, that's the only one I went
but
to.
you have good-
I have nothing to compare
So,
it
of
to.
course, it's gonna be
from the
exciting.
season. You know what I'm saying?
but like, did you think if you thought it was bad, then that is very relevant.
But how often do you really think an event is that bad when we were there?
That's what I'm saying.
But like, okay, give me like how many fans do you think were there? Like, do you think it was a good crowd? I mean,
Yeah, it
it's
was pretty
in a
solid.
decent
we
area.
vended there and we did fine. We did pretty good.
I think it's either a B or a C,
it's
so I'll
it's
let
like
you
an
choose.
Hour outside of Nashville.
Because it does have a good location.
I just don't know the course.
It has a good name. The trophy, at least it's memorable. And
You can
the
flip-
course is fine.
You can flip that trophy for more than the other ones.
Yeah, the course
That's what I'm
is
saying.
fine.
The course, I just don't know because I saw the course on the grounds, but I felt like the course didn't come through well on camera.
I feel like when I look at, I think GMC is still the one kind of outlier in the B group, but I feel like it doesn't feel out of place in the B group.
The Music City.
Yeah, like I don't think it's like criminal in that group.
Well, look, we were pretty harsh on GMC, so we can be harsh on any other event too.
Right, but that's a problem. The problem is like
Does Music
certain-
City Open feel out of place next to Texas State's?
I don't know, man. Some of these early events, it's really hard. It's one of those. It's kind of just like it. It's bland to me a little bit.
All right, C tier.
Okay, fine. C tier event.
I think the problem. I just think the course is similar to what we said with Texas State's, where like think of hole 12 on that course.
Respect.
Try.
Yeah. No, I
Exactly,
won't
I
even
can't.
try it. My brain will implode.
I was there and I can remember hole 1.
Yeah. That's. I think that
And I
course.
kind of remember hole
Music
18.
City Open. Let me say this. It could be great.
Yeah.
They're almost
Location's
there.
good.
Let's
The
spice it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's just the course, but the problem is that is the best course there.
Maybe not just the guitars, but a drum kit to the winner as well.
Maybe.
When you sit on the drum
Oh.
kit, yeah,
On the drum throne?
yeah, the drum throne.
The Dynamic
good.
Disc Open.
That's what it's called, Trevor. That's the seat behind a drum kit. It's called a drum
DDO
throne.
is either a C or a D tier event. Always windy. Check. Course/course. Did they play all the courses at the country club this year? Yeah, I think they got rid of Jones Supreme.
I think it was just it was just the country club.
It gets old. If you don't have an AM field, there's nobody there.
It's in the middle of nowhere.
middle of nowhere.
It's everything we said about GMC, but at worse venue. So it's got to be at least a C tier. Because a GMC, if it goes to B tier, then GMC has to
It
go
has
up.
a few good holes, so I'll give it C tier.
yeah, C tier is fine with me.
Because it does have some good holes, and also Dynamic, I think, puts a lot of effort into the
They
event.
do.
So I think the event itself doesn't suck. There's just some circumstances.
No, the event's fine, but you got to
We're
take
doing
in,
a really good job so far.
You got to take
You
in a
guys are
lot of
doing a really
other.
good job.
I
This
don't
is
think we can
great.
do the European
We
events.
can't.
Yeah,
We're
because
not
like
gonna
I don't.
develop an
What was the
opinion on
Copenhagen
them.
Open?
Should we just make everybody mad? Put all European events in C tier.
No, I think we just ignore them.
But on the graphic, it'd be not for the podcast. Like you're in on the bit, but the graphic would be funny.
No, because people are gonna think.
They're gonna go listen.
No, they won't. No, they won't. They're just gonna get ticked off on Twitter.
Yeah, they're just gonna.
But is that funny?
It's a little funny.
It's because it's C tier. It's not. I'm not gonna put them in D tier. C tier.
But like, what if some deserve A?
Do we make an extra tier that's
European event? E tier, European.
European, and just
That's
put all the
funny.
European events.
E tier stands for European.
That's funny.
That's what we have to do. Just
Should I just put E tier, put them all in there?
Yeah.
And then when someone says something, just be like, well, E stands for European event.
yeah.
Yeah. It would be crazy to put them anywhere but in the European events tier.
Yeah, E stood for European event, guys.
You put it in like a really small font, so if somebody glances at the graphic, they
No,
won't
I'm
see
not
it.
going to put it on a font. I'm just going to put E tier.
Okay.
And then on Twitter, when someone says something, because they will, we can just be like, well, E stands for European.
That's really funny.
That's funny. What if we took all the European events and dipped them in ranch?
Nice.
How would you feel about that, Trev?
Not great, personally.
Well, you don't know.
Good point.
That's true. Yeah, Trevor.
Well, I know how I feel,
Well,
but I don't know how I would feel.
Trevor,
after
and
the
your
fact.
feelings are valid.
Thanks, man.
Mm-hmm.
Think Hunter's gonna break 68 today? Just breaking a little
Yes.
fourth wall, if you will. You think so?
Yes.
Think we're gonna be yumming on ice cream cake?
Yes.
You played pretty well yesterday. Well,
No, I did not. I did not.
there was a part of that round where you were doing really well.
I barely broke 68 to the short tees. I
You
didn't
were-
break 68
You
to the
were
short tees.
you were like
I could have on
you
hole
were
18,
quite a few
but-
under at one point though.
No.
Like 2 or 3 under.
No.
Yes, you were. I looked at your scorecard. You
I might
had
have got a 2.
yeah.
But I was like,
What the frick did I just say?
I might have, but I was like 3 or 4 over through the first like 3 holes from the short tees.
What was the problem?
I'm tired. I'm fatigued.
Oh,
A lot of disc golf, a lot of running.
Maybe that's what you need though. Just rely on your mind instead of your body.
Hunter does have a beautiful mind.
What color should I make the E tier? What's like a
Blue.
European
Green.
color to you?
Because it
Blue.
can't. Yeah, blue.
No, green.
The European Union. It's blue.
No, Europe is green.
Well, green is already D tier. You're not seeing the other colors. So
Oh,
that's
you're right.
important
That's
context.
my bad.
Blue is
Okay.
like the
like
only
a bright blue or like a
no,
soft
like a
blue?
royal. Yeah, like that. Because then it also doesn't look like. It also is weird how these tier lists.
Can you make
go
it the
from-
British flag?
Oh my gosh,
No.
that's kind of funny though. Make the E in yellow. It'll be even better to. The European Union is what I'm thinking it is, right?
We don't.
I don't
Just
know.
don't
I've
even
never
let
heard
yourself.
that in my life.
Yeah, it is. The
less-
flag of Europe.
The less talking, the better we're gonna.
It has
be
the yellow
perceived.
stars. No, I was correct. It's blue and it has a ring of yellow
Good
stars.
job, Trev.
That's the European flag. Yeah, that's
Hunter,
hilarious.
you've never looked more like an old man than you do right now.
He's squinting. Okay, so Copenhagen Open is the first one going into the E
You
tier.
have to type so many events.
Probably
Never
like
spelled them
4.
all right.
Probably like 4, I'd say.
How do I even
You
spell Copenhagen?
could also copy them.
C.
Oh, I can't copy. Again,
there you
Pro
go,
Tour
there you go.
website, bro.
There you go. That's so funny to me. E tier is that's the best idea ever. This is the best. Love this podcast.
All right,
Love the E tier.
got the Copenhagen
What?
Open in there.
I'm
Next,
just
we
looking
have the
at you.
OTB Open.
D tier.
D tier?
No, actually, Swenson
Give some
Park.
logic.
Swenson Park is okay.
But what made you say D immediately? Like, what's
I'm
your?
just being a hater because OTB.
Oh, okay,
That was all I was doing.
that's fair. That's fair.
It usually has one of the weakest fields.
Yes.
And that's not just like saying like that's just genuinely what's going to happen to these West Coast events. I think that the course is fine, and I think the crowds are fine. This can be C tier for me, and that's fine.
Well,
It's
okay. I
definitely
think it's
not
got. It
better
might
than
have to go
C-tier.
D tier. Did they do the egg ritual?
No, they did not this
Okay.
year. To my
but there was
knowledge.
some. They had the saxophone player. That was this year. Don't say you liked it. Don't say you liked it.
I
Do
didn't-
not.
Okay, it was stupid, but also like I had a
really
good
funny.
time. It was really funny. It was really-
Like, we shouldn't be laughing.
I forgot about that. Like, can we find that clip?
'Cause
Like, if I
it-
just-
so
next up,
funny.
Paige Pierce.
this is honestly better. This whole list is just better because we're getting this like trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
I think C tier's fine.
OTB Open. They played a saxophone.
so funny.
Please
Like,
have.
what were they thinking?
Please, somebody have a clip.
They
of
weren't.
this. I'm never gonna find it. Like, why did you guys not try on social media? I don't understand.
It's on Twitter somewhere.
It's because it was like somebody's idea
Did
there
you
that like
tweet
they
it?
can't really say no to, but nobody else wanted to do it.
I don't know if I quote tweet it. It depends on how much fire I'm under as to what I tweet and don't tweet. Because if I'm already under fire, I don't tweet something controversial.
You never tweeted the word saxophone.
I don't think I wouldn't have said saxophone. I would have just said something ironic of like,
Yeah,
this
like-
intro's sick. Or like, oh wow, why isn't every Pro Tour event doing this?
Yeah, you didn't.
Did you send it in our group text?
Oh, I could have sent it in the Slack grip locked.
Not the Slack.
It honestly is really fun looking through Hunter's old tweets.
I feel like that was before
No,
Slack.
this is pre-Slack. Yeah.
This was Hunter 2021. Yuli has signed a 3-year deal with Zuka. We'll be releasing some Yuli branded products this upcoming year. Back when you were like the Woj. Now he's out of the game. Are you back in?
No.
No, you're not getting
I
back in the
got
game.
death threats, man. I didn't actually get death
You
threats.
get death threats.
No, people did hate me.
Dang it, dude! I really wanted that saxophone clip.
We could find it if we wanted to, but it's
Yeah,
it's
if
out there.
we were trying, it's probably on Reddit.
A disc golf fanatic definitely reposted it because I mean, what else is he gonna do? He probably just clipped that and reposted it.
Probably did. You're right. He so would.
All right. Next up, we have the Portland Open plus event, plus tier, plus event.
I think Portland Open is an A tier. I really like the Portland Open. I think the courses they use are good. I think it's the best, probably the best golf course usage. And
what was the other course they
sick
played?
trophy with the roses.
Oh, did they play Milo this year too? Didn't they?
No, that's
That's
coming up
next year. Next
so it's
year.
gonna, and it's not called the Portland Open next year. It's like the Northwest Disc Golf.
Oh, they had like the rose
Championship.
vases.
Yeah, I like this event a lot. I think it's an A tier event. Player announcing basic or extra. Somebody gotta.
I'm okay with it being A tier. Konner, what's your feeling when you hear Portland Open?
I've gotta have it.
Whenever I hear Portland Open, I think that I like that.
Okay,
That's
then
my
we're good with
thoughts.
A tier.
Yeah, if to be fair, if that's all we
Norway
Nobody posted
Open.
this on Reddit. Like, guys, do your jobs. The what?
Norway Open.
Oh, E tier for sure.
Definitely A
That
tier.
is so funny. Good on us. Nobody thinks that's funny, but I do.
It's just gonna offend people. That's all that's gonna do.
No, it's not.
Beaver State Fling, BSF.
So I will say that every year that Beaver State Fling happens, I get less and less interested
Yeah,
in
I'm
it.
thinking C tier.
Oh, you're a dirty dog.
I don't like Milo after playing it.
Yeah,
I don't think
that's
it's
what
a
I'm
Pro
saying.
Tour
The more we see Milo, well, the problem is I think Milo at its best was too easy for the Pro Tour, and now they've turned it into the monster that it is, and it's like, yeah,
Well, it's also
it's not super exciting to me.
no, it's also very forgetful to me. Like
Make it a
courses-wise.
C tier.
Yeah, I'm not a
people are
BSF
gonna
fan.
Hate that.
I'm just not. I understand it has history. We're not talking history. We're looking at the event as the event.
Yeah, no, yeah. If you asked me about the Beaver State Fling in 2015, I'd be like, yeah, A tier, S tier.
No, that's what I'm
probably.
saying. Is if you make me think about history, yeah, Beaver State Fling's one of the most
Don't
historic
make him
events.
think about
Great.
history.
Phenomenal. We're not thinking history. We're talking about this one. The Heinola Open sounds like an E tier to me.
It's E tier for sure. Is that just finish for Nate Heinold?
That's funny.
Grass be left with about a 34 to 45
First
footer.
on the tee box.
Oh, it was on
From
Gomez.
Montgomery, Illinois, Gavin Rathbun.
Saxophone over on stage.
I gotta hear another one. Skip to another one. Skip to another
What
one.
are we doing?
Because that one was like,
This is it.
That's how you want to start when you got the lead coming into the final day.
Calvin Heimberg.
it's a Seinfeld intro
one
every
more.
time.
I gotta move OTB
I'm gonna
up into
start
D tier.
crying,
I'm putting it
bro.
in D tier.
That is so funny. It's
You can't
so
have the
funny.
egg. You can't have the egg ritual and then the saxophone and have me put you anywhere but
Yeah,
D
the last
tier.
2 days he caught the canopy coming in those last trees, so he said he was going to.
That's awful. Like, who thinks of this stuff, dude? What are we doing?
Can they do an oboe next year? Like, how do we? Let's just
I gotta
rotate
hear
through
the
the
last one.
orchestra.
I remember one of them was like real funky, and it was really
Yeah.
funny.
Like, there was
Yeah.
definitely one like that. Was it Paige Pierce?
I feel like it was Paige for some
I
reason.
feel like it was too.
Gosh, okay. Turku Open.
Gemma's gonna copyright strike us.
Sullivan Tipton.
The hole one isn't playing as the easiest hole on the course, so there's not
No,
No,
he was
now
running
he's
out-
just, like,
he's running out of
playing-
ideas by the time he got there.
He was tired.
Yeah.
That's a lot of lung usage.
A lot of lung usage.
It was like
that is even funnier than I remembered it.
That's terrible.
Disc golf every year gives me a few reasons to just really chuckle, and that was.
Okay. I moved the OTB Open to D tier.
Fair enough.
after hearing that.
HBD.com, bro.
Okay.
Can we put the Heiser Club Championship?
Can you
in next year?
put like in parentheses underneath it saxophone? That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, you should.
Why?
OTB Open parentheses saxophone because it's funny.
It is
and that
funny.
way it gives everybody a little insight into our pick.
Joe, make a saxophone tier and just put OTB Open.
Orchestra.
Best use of orchestra tier, OTB Open.
Oh my gosh, bro! I
That's
understand now why people do these tier list things.
Brass tier.
The
Brass tier.
B tier.
It's in B tier for brass.
For brass. Have 2 B tiers. One is for brass.
Okay, what we got?
Technically, saxophone is actually a woodwind.
It is
The
a
preserve.
woodwind.
The preserve is where we're at.
The preserve. That's a C tier.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
That's
I'm
a
kind of
C
tired of the
tier.
preserve.
Every time we mention the
dude.
problem is, listen, I wanted to like, it's kind of like Beaver State Fling, where like each year that it happens, and like sometimes you mention the preserve to pros, like because we really wanted to go there, and then they'll be like, oh, you want to go to preserve?
Yeah.
And we're like, huh? They're like, I mean, why do you want to go to the preserve? And we're like, I guess we don't anymore.
Well, it's also every year the question of like, oh, is it good to have a shootout on tour? Gets brought up when you get to preserve,
It's true.
and
It's true.
I don't like that.
What I do love
Okay,
about
the
the preserve
Ale Open, the
is
Swedish Open.
is I
back to back.
love how Kale reacts about it. I love how excited he gets. You know, and that
Yeah.
makes it fun. That's
do
a fun
like
part of
Kale.
it. I do like Kale.
But we can't factor people into.
You're right.
Yeah, we don't
Well,
have
I
a Kale
can.
tier, unfortunately.
Should we start the different? It's in C tier for Kale. Should I put Kale under it? Under preserve, Kale for C tier.
That's funny.
I thought Kale started with a K.
No,
No, dude, he doesn't do that.
Kale Leviska. That's how it's
Swedish
actually
Open.
pronounced.
Should we go L tier for Leviska?
L tier, Leviska.
Swedish Open, also an E tier event. Swedish. I also put all them in yellow.
That's very fun. I like that it looks like Fortnite.
All right, Des Moines.
A tier.
I love Des Moines.
Easy.
Yeah.
Loved
Des
it.
Moines?
Borderline S tier. It's
The
probably my
crowd's great
second
out
favorite
there.
event.
The course is fun to
I
watch.
love the course. I love that course.
What course
It's
is that again?
so memorable. It's Pickard, right?
Pickard Park.
Pickard, and
It's got the one water hole. It's like
it's
hole
got
14 or
it
something.
also has so
8.
many par threes, but they're so different and
Yeah.
unique.
Yeah.
And this is like one of the most memorable courses to me.
Okay.
It looks like a course you'd step up to each hole and be like, ooh, this is
fun
fun.
fact. I'm pretty sure Gannon Burr had a hand in designing the Des Moines.
Dude,
Pretty
I bet
sure.
he did. I bet that.
I'm almost
Dirty Dog did.
positive.
That's a great event.
All right, Crocole Open sounds like an E tier.
No, we
to
should
me.
we should make Crocole the only one that's above that because
Crocole like an A tier?
Crocole's A tier
Yeah, Crocole was
because
sick.
Crocole is sick.
It was sick.
That one I do have an opinion on because of how sick it was.
Dang, but that like now it's really cementing your opinion on the E tier, man. Your opinion.
I want people to be a little
Europe
confused.
Indian.
Europe opinion.
Europe Indian.
I had to see how to spell it.
That's okay. Very straightforward.
Well, there's an H after a K, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, not straightforward. What is this, Noah Khan?
Crocole.
European Disc Golf Festival,
That one was also kind of fun, but just put an E tier.
and then Yarva Open.
Oh my gosh, there were so many. How is that even possible? How are there so many? Is that real life? Were all those full pro tours?
Yeah,
That can't be true.
I don't think I hit any silver.
That can't be
Crocole.
true. Was there really that?
Europe. Oh, Ale was a silver.
Okay.
So that's one.
Was there any other ones? And Heinola.
Heinola.
Okay. Wait, keep going.
there's
I think
two.
there was
There's just
another
two.
one.
No, I think it was just two. 'Cause
No.
the other one I skipped.
I just saw.
Norway. Oh, they're right.
Yeah, and keep
That's
going
silver.
down. I think there was another one.
No, because the other one was
other
here.
direction.
Belgium. I missed that
The
one.
other direction. I think there might have been another one in between.
Norway, Heinola, Turkey was good. Ale.
Okay.
So I can take out Norway and Ale.
I was gonna say that's crazy.
Trevor, that Heinold joke was funny.
Thanks. Well, we'll always have that. We would never would have had it.
Okay.
I don't think the word open is after this one.
No.
I think it's just European
hoping
Disc
for
Golf
an
Festival.
open.
What's funny about the European Disc Golf Festival being the E tier is like that'll get pros riled up because they were like
They loved it.
that was when they came back to Ledgestone and they were like it's just kind of hard to adjust to like how events are running over here
It's true.
after being in Europe. But that freaking sick stage, that stage was dope.
The stage was dope. I hope
That's
they
why it's
really
an E
like it
tier.
because there's gonna be a major next year there.
Yeah,
So, how about
Okay.
that?
Ledgestone.
This year, because they didn't play Northwood, C tier.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
C tier. If you played Ledgestone, it would at least be a B tier. But
Northwood,
if you
you
played
mean?
Northwood, but as it
I'm
was
kind of
this year-
out on Eureka Temp a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think we can be throwing over baseball fields anymore. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
think we got to stop doing that.
I can't separate my opinion on the event to how I feel about the Ledgestone discs they drop, so I can't take part in this.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Idlewild,
Idlewild.
it's either B or A.
I think it's B. Mainly
think
because the
it's B.
course is getting too soft.
I agree.
Yeah.
B.
I love the course. I love the event. It's just
I
getting
think
too
we are
soft.
so in sync today. If there's anything we have similar opinions on, it's apparently disc golf events.
Couldn't agree more.
Let's see. That's it.
Good job.
That's
that was a
it.
lot of fun. Look how balanced that list is. I'm really proud of that
Or,
list.
this is the final thing. MVP Open is S tier. A tier, you have Waco, Jonesboro, Portland, Des Moines, and Crocole.
Great.
B tier, you have D-Glow, GMC, Chess.com, Open at Austin, and Idlewild. C tier, you have Texas State's Music City Open, DDO, Beaver State Fleeing Preserve, and Ledgestone. D tier, you have the Disc Golf Pro Tour website and the OTP Open, in parentheses, saxophone. And then the E tier, you have the Copenhagen Open, EDGF, Heinola Open,
That was
Turku
Heinola
Open.
was the silver.
Then which did I delete that wasn't?
I don't know. Just leave
No,
it.
I'll just delete it. We'll just maybe leave it.
Maybe
off.
just an event just doesn't exist. That's okay. I think they'll get the point.
And the Swedish Open.
There we go.
Here we go. All right, and I will screenshot that, and then you will see that on Twitter.
Heck yeah. Come on.
Not yet though, because you gotta wait for grip lock. to come
Not
out,
yet,
you know.
though.
You understand?
You understand.
You understand.
That's such a funny tier. The tier list thing is so
All
funny.
right. It is time now for a fan favorite segment of Trevor's Trivia right after these messages.
Okay. What are we replying to on Twitter? Oh, that was just a clip that went up. I thought we replied to something. Like, what are we getting fired up about? Okay. Here's the situation.
Here's the situation.
USDGC trivia, because USDGC is coming up this week.
I love USDGC.
Tune in for the preview show on Wednesday.
And tune in on
Heck yeah.
Wednesday
Yeah.
for Konner and
Wednesday.
Silas taking on Winthrop Gold.
Oh, you're going to watch
Yeah,
it.
You're gonna want to watch.
I'll tell
I'm
you
very
that
excited
this is
about that.
genuinely one of those videos where you'll be on the edge of your seat
Yeah.
the whole time.
Konner and Silas tackle Winthrop Gold. I mean, what could be better?
So this is
Very
kind
excited.
of a walk through history. It's just simple. Well, not super simple, but questions. And you
walk
guys,
down the middle of Main Street.
you guys kind of
USA.
work together, play along in the audience, and see if who knows the most about USDGC. So first question, pretty simple. When was the first? What year was the first USDGC?
Last year was year 25, right? Wasn't that the big thing?
Maybe.
25th USDGC.
Just feels right.
So I'm gonna say 1998 was year number one.
Love it.
That is not how math works.
What? 23 minus
But the
25 goes to 98.
But you got to count the year that it
Oh,
started.
99?
There you go.
Oh.
I did. Yeah, 99.
So I was kind of right, just wrong.
You're on the
Right.
right track.
Yeah.
You're on the right
We
track.
win.
I was confused as well whenever they announced 25 year. I was like, wait a second.
Well,
But
what makes it even more confusing is the race I just ran. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a runner. The race I just ran
50th.
was the 50th, but it's on the right date because they missed COVID. The COVID year they didn't run it.
How about that?
So it's actually like 74 or whatever through 24.
there you go.
So like looks right too. Best of both worlds.
That is best of both worlds. Who won the first USDGC?
We're going 98, first USDGC.
99.
99. It's a good thing it wasn't 98. I would have changed my answer. Did
I
Ken
don't know.
Climo win the first?
I don't think so. I
don't
feel like
think
it's
so
some
either.
guy that like we don't really know.
There's
very
only
well.
been 14 USDGC winners.
Okay, then we would have.
So we know them all. And the dark horse
Yeah.
ones are like Steve Brinster,
Yeah.
Feldberg. I think he's won. So
And they didn't win the
early,
first one.
it's like Climo or Schultz. Early. I think we're safe to go Climo.
I think we go climb.
It's
Climo.
Kenny. It's
Yeah.
Kenny.
Okay.
Who is the only woman to ever cash in the
Des
USDGC?
For sure. Des Redding. Was it Elaine King? Oh, Juliana Korver.
It's Corver.
That's who was in my head.
Yeah.
Des Redding and Elaine King played, I'm pretty sure, but they did not cash.
Probably.
Juliana Korver.
How many does Ken Climo have? He has the most all time.
I'm pretty sure Des Redding has some record for USDGC, but it doesn't matter.
I got this all from the
No,
USDGC's
yeah, you're right. Juliana
website.
Korver is definitely the one that cashed.
Yeah.
But I feel like Des Redding has
She
some
maybe-
type of
maybe
USDGC
she played
lore.
in the most?
Maybe she was the first.
She might have been.
Maybe, I don't know.
Might have been.
Kenny, how many does he have, Con?
He's got the most all time. Keep that in mind.
Out of 25. Okay. So I would say he has. Does he have
I was leaning towards
8?
5.
Oh. Okay. I like 5.
Kenny 5 time.
Let's just go with 5.
How many winners are there?
14.
14. I like 5.
5.
Correct. Good job.
Wow. Good job.
He won his 5th. I think it was pretty. It was like maybe like 06. Like he still had quite a bit of juice left in his career. I think when he won that last one. Who won the 2011 USDGC?
Okay, Shoestrick started in 12. So it's a year before Shoestrick.
Was that
Could be Castro. I feel like Castro was 09.
okay?
That's correct.
Brinster's sneaky in there somewhere.
I feel like it could be Brinster.
Because Brinster didn't win after I started watching. He was already a winner at some point.
Okay.
2011.
I'm thinking Brinster or Barry.
I don't mind Brinster. Let's go
Okay.
Steve Brinster.
I'll give you a hint. This is a trick question.
Oh, is this the year they had like the weird,
I was curious to see if you knew the name.
what the frick is
Because it's
it
like
called?
you only know it for a trivia.
like the performance flight thing?
Yeah, there was no like MPO.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
In 2011, it was like an AM thing basically, and John Key.
Because
won
they
USDGC.
changed it after they did it this year, and then they changed it and they kept it around for a while because Paige Pierce used to play in it. I think Paige
Yeah.
almost won it.
But that was
It
exclusive.
was essentially the performance flight was you played against your rating.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So however
Yeah.
above your rating you shot was like your score. So it was like trying to handicap it.
really
So for a
Gotcha.
while they actually kept it, and you had the MPO, and then you had the performance flight. And so like Paige and Kat and then would a lot of times play the performance flight.
Yeah.
Very dumb.
John Key. Which 3 players
But does he count? I don't think he counts as one of the 14.
they considered it
But I'm saying when they list like the 14
on
in
the
graphic.
website? They said they wrote him down as a 2011. Well,
interesting.
they call it the USDGC performance.
That's what I'm
flight
saying. I don't know if
champion.
they count that.
Yeah. Which 3 players have 3 titles each?
3 players have 3. Shoestrick for sure.
Okay.
Well, like 3, only 3. Like Climo's exempt.
Correct.
Okay. Barry Schultz, Shoestrick.
Yeah. How many does Paul have?
Barry.
Yeah.
Paul third.
Correct. Also, you mentioned earlier that this wasn't a question, but did Shoestrick start in 2010?
I think he went.
Or
Maybe he went 10, 12, 14.
I think he got 10, 12.
I know he got
14.
12 and 14.
Yeah, because I was trying to.
And I
Because
know
when
he
you said that, I was
even
like,
numbers.
who won in 2010? Anywho, how much money did the winner take home last year?
Last year. My mind's going to 25, but I don't know if that's right.
Feels right. I was gonna say 30, so I like
30
25.
also feels right.
I like 25.
25?
Yeah.
25 grand.
It was 30.
on.
Okay, last question. So, players from Florida have the most titles. It's just Climo with 5. Which 2 states are second with 4? So it doesn't just have to be. It's players from the states, and there's
Probably
2 that are tied at
California.
4.
California knows how to party.
But who else other than Paul's won?
Well, it doesn't have
Oh,
to
North
be,
Carolina.
Yeah.
Because Big Germ and then Barry Schultz. North Carolina.
No.
They have 4. But they have more than 4?
They were not listed.
Because Barry Schultz has 3 and Big Germ has 1.
They were not listed on the website, interestingly enough. Maybe Big Germ is not originally from North Carolina. Let me find the page and see what it
Does
says.
he like claim South Carolina?
Because
Because
that's a good point. Let me look at the.
I feel like he claimed Charlotte.
Let me look.
He's definitely a Charlotte guy.
Yeah.
They have
Unless
it here.
it's Barry Schultz not claimed North Carolina?
Yeah, it must be Barry Schultz because he's not. They have
But
North
Barry
Carolina
Schultz
at 1.
Got to claim. So it's wherever Schultz claims he's from? Is what the other 4?
Oh no, I know where Barry's from, and no,
Ohio.
No, he's not at one of the states. He's from Wisconsin originally.
What?
Oh, he claims Wisconsin.
Yeah, I believe that's who they have at 3 here, and I remember.
Interesting.
I believe he is from Wisconsin.
So then I have no idea.
Then
Well,
is
you had the first
it
one. You have California.
California.
The other one, you should
Who's
be
the
able
other
to ride
player from
that.
California?
I'm actually not sure.
Did Rico? No, Rico didn't win one. Nico. Nico's from Grass Valley, California.
But that's where he was claiming.
Yeah, Nico and Paul. They would claim California. Paul with 3, Nico with 1.
It has to be. It has to be Nico. The
Where
other one you should be able
else?
to get to.
There's
There's two
Shoestrick would
champions that
claim-
make up the total here.
Well, yeah.
2 champions. Where's
Shoestrick would claim
Shoestrick from?
Tennessee or Georgia.
Tennessee.
Neither of those feel good to me.
So,
But like, who else would be? Oh, Dickerson, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Schuster claims Tennessee.
Schuster and Dickerson. There you go.
Cool.
All right, there we go. A little walk through USDGC.
that was fun, Trev.
Thanks.
Can't
Very good.
wait
Oh,
to
let me
bring in
just,
my
I'm gonna just
saxophone.
Google Des Redding USDGC to see if there was some.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like there's some type of lore around her.
I thought so too. Maybe it's not USDGC. Apparently not.
Are Des and Jay related?
Married.
Yeah.
Oh. That makes sense.
Surely it would be somewhere in that article.
That's what I'm thinking.
What's Jay doing these days?
She had 17 letters in high school for athletics. That's crazy. What in the world?
Disc golf.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't find it. Okay.
She medaled
Active.
in
So
high
we're gonna
school
look
golf?
really quick at the players who have contracts ending this year. We're just going to kind of run through this, mainly because what's going to be fascinating is a lot of players signed these contracts, obviously, in a richer era of disc golf. And now they're coming up in contracts in a more scarcity disc golf. And some of these are with companies that who knows their future, such as Lone Star, Prodigy, so on and so forth. So first one, we have Jake Ebenheimer. I don't really think. Should I just highlight like
I think
bigger
with
names?
with the 1 years, we should read them, and then we can just like maybe harp on like
Okay.
the 2 or 3 that are kind of interesting.
I'll just go through all of the 1 year right
Yeah.
now. Jake Ebenheimer, Valerie Mandujano, Sullivan Tipton, Evan Scott, Macy Vela Diaz, Parker Welk, Eliezra Mittling, Grady Shue, Silas Schultz, Sarah Hokum, Robert Burridge, James Proctor, Ezra Robinson, Cynthia Ricciardi, Colton Montgomery, Myro Rahanen, Scott Withers, Jake Mon, Stacy Ronsley, Jesse Niemanen, Zach Melton, Chris Clemens, Hannah Wynn, Paul Kranz, Silva Saarinen, Ali Smith, Tristan Tanner, Aiden Scott, Chandler Fry, Aurea Castrita, Leon Sonleitner, Nestroita Tochnen,
This is a lot of
Oyvind
European names.
Yarnes, Ani Armanen, Katie Tati, Jakub Semerad, Rebecca Cox, Lori Lettinen, Laike Lorenzen, Rasmus Sakoripi,
That's a tough one.
Nathan Queen, Dennis Augustin, Holly Finley, Bradley Williams, Jessica Weiss, Juliana Corver, Haley King,
Holy
Philo
cow.
Brathwaite, Emily Beach, Emerson Keith, Carter Aarons, Erica Stinchcomb, Andrew Fish, Erica Stinchcomb again with a different company, Benjamin Callaway, Paige Shue, Deanne Carey, Andrew Presnell, Connor O'Reilly, AJ Carey.
The whole tour.
So that's
All those people have allegedly their contracts ending. Now, I will say, whenever we looked at this the other day, I did not realize that Ezra Robinson is one of those players, because that is a player who's in a different category than most of them.
Yes.
Because he is like a top 10 borderline, probably like a top 7 player right now.
Yeah, Ezra Robinson and I believe Isaac Robinson. Here you go. Isaac Robinson. So the Robinson brothers deals are up, both of them.
Yeah, I would say those two, and then the other one that's massive is AB.
Oh yeah, so the Discraft has quite a thing on their hands here, because Discraft, obviously we just read through like Valerie Mandujano, not a huge deal there, but big enough. You know, that's one of their core people. Chris Clemens, Hannah Wynn, but they also have some
Clemens is
2-year
bad
deals
this year.
They also have some 2-year deals coming up. As I scroll
Ezra
down,
Aderhold.
Anthony Barella, Ezra Aderhold,
Ellis.
Corey Ellis, Brody Smith. Being the big ones there. Chris Dickerson's up next year. Michael Johansson's up this year. Obviously, I don't think that's a huge
James as
deal.
well.
And Adam James is up. He signed a 3-year deal. So James, Barella, Brody Smith, Ezra Aderhold, Corey Ellis,
Basically-
all up this year. So Discraft, the problem is all of those players shifted positions quite heavily, in my opinion, to where Discraft's going to have some decisions to make as to where they're allocating what type of money.
Yeah, well, right now, going in, I would say there's like a few different themes for the offseason, and as we get to it. Number one theme is shuffleboard. All those 1-year contracts are going to be potentially shuffling all over the place. And then we do have some of the big fish coming up. I would say that AB is...
He's the guy this offseason.
He's probably a top 3 most valuable disc golfer. Like, as far as a talent to influence level.
Well, I mean, look at if you go to any Pro Tour event, his
That's what I'm saying.
jerseys
We
are
see
everywhere.
a lot of his jerseys. Like, I think AB is very, very valuable. I'm not just saying that with bias. Like, I genuinely think he is.
You see you see more of his jerseys than any other disc golf apparel currently.
And
it
then-
used to be the Jomez jerseys. I was actually having this conversation with our Heiser Club members.
Yeah.
When's the last Jomez jersey you saw?
Yeah, it's been a while.
No,
I think as
it's
soon as
'cause
the Pro Tour bought them,
people just consider
that
them a
Jomez
Pro Tour
brand just
entity
went
now.
went kind of down, went out of it.
Yeah, I just don't think they see Jomaz as like
before you were
this
like
individual thing anymore.
It felt like you're almost standing up to the Pro Tour. Like
Yeah.
you're like buying the like
It did.
grassroots disc golf. Like and now it's
True.
just corporate.
I think Isaac and Ezra are the other two. Big
Isaac,
ones
Ezra, AB
for
are
sure.
definitely the biggest.
But it's going to be a very exciting offseason potentially. But also a lot, like we read a billion names. 95% of those names you won't hear anything. They'll just re-sign for another year, and that'll be that.
Yeah.
But there'll be some movement.
Owen Scoggins deal's also up.
Yeah, that is an interesting one.
Mason Ford's deal's up. Joel Freeman, Jennifer Allen. They all had multi-year deals that are up.
And if Innova is one of the companies that
Cat
maybe
Merch is another one.
Right, because Innova has Cat and Own and Joel Freeman.
And Big Germ's up.
And Big Germ, yeah. And if they are trying to move...
And Greg Barsby.
Well, if they're trying to move to maybe get like an Isaac Robinson, then maybe they don't re-sign some of those players. Like there could be some very interesting shifts. I think this is going to be a more exciting free agency than last year.
Yeah, no, it'll be very, very interesting. You got a lot of players on the move, potentially on the move, and a lot of extensions. And what's going to be even more interesting, we won't hear any of this, but I'd assume the majority of players who are re-signing, unless you're one of the Robinson brothers or AB, those type players, they're probably signing for less money.
Yeah.
And it's this is also going to be a moment of, I've already seen this with certain players posting online. There's going to be some players that I just listed that aren't going to be on tour next year, in my opinion.
Probably.
I know, what was her name? I'll recognize it when I see it. I read her name. It was one of the 1-year deals. What was her name? Stacey Ronsley. I mean, she posted basically like she's kind of burnt out. It seemed like she made a post of like I don't know if I'm touring again.
Yeah.
Next year. I think that's going to be a like moment for a lot of players because like if you're on one of these 1-year deals and you went from, I'm just throwing a number out there. This is not affiliated with anyone, but if I went from $800 a month plus bonuses to we can't offer you a guarantee, we can only offer you bonuses.
Yeah.
Like I mean, that's a moment of like, well, am I touring again? I don't know.
It's getting crazy out there.
And not to even mention, there's going to be some of these players who aren't going to re-earn their tour card. And obviously there's like exemptions and stuff that you can get in, but if you're not like a Drew Gibson situation where Drew was in a position where he might not have a tour card next year, but like with sponsor exemptions and stuff like that, he'll end up with one and a rating. If you're one of the lower end players, you might not be privy to that same stuff.
Yeah.
So it might be like, I'm fighting for a sponsorship to even be on the road, but what am I on the road for?
Speaking of tour cards, I don't know. I don't think the Pro Tour is doing it yet, but they should start making physical cards just because it's fun. I saw a guy who get his PGA card for next year's tour. He earned it through the Corn Ferry, and it's like these metal things that they stamp your name in. It's very cool. That'd be cool. Like as it gets harder to be a part of the Pro Tour, like earning your card, like it'd be cool to have like something.
A guy I went to high school with was leading the Corn Ferry Tour Championship into the final day. And that was his only hope this year to get a PGA Tour to win that event, and he shot like 5 over. He still came in top 10 at the Corn Ferry Tour. He had a pretty solid season, but I was pretty sad.
And this is a quick talking golf moment, but I had a real wow I'm old moment because the guy I'm mentioning, his name's Carl Phillips, and he was one of the OG golf YouTube kids. I started watching him. He's just great. He's probably like 21, 22 years old, so he's a bit younger than me. I started watching him because he's from Australia, and his dad would film him probably by the time he was playing like 12 and under, maybe 10 and under golf. And I watched him from like that age through high school on YouTube, and he's now on the PGA Tour.
There you go.
And now that makes me feel
That's
old.
pretty awesome, though.
It's very cool because I used to
it.
watch him as like a 14-year-old and think like, man, this kid might make it. He's really good, and he's on the tour. He won on the Corn Ferry Tour this year.
That's sick.
Very cool. Went to Stanford.
Yeah.
He had a whole college golf career, and he's on the tour, and I was just watching him on YouTube.
It's awesome.
That was Talking Golf.
That's Talking Golf, baby.
Was his name the Golf Kid?
The Golf Kid.
No,
not this Golf Kid.
Just Carl Phillips.
Shout out Luke Callahan. All right, it's time for the Style Selects. We're not going to get to the top 10 today.
I love it.
Gotcha.
We only
do a
got
final.
one
Hunter, why did we put it in
more.
the title then?
Yeah. Will the Foundation get to the top 10?
I already know what my guess is. It's,
Style Selects.
It's
I've
the
been
sea
thinking-
turtle.
Sea Turtle?
I've been thinking the whole time. I still have nothing. I'm gonna go with an Origin.
Love it.
Thank you,
We've had
Trevor.
that before.
What?
I think he maybe done that one before.
No, untrue.
You've done that one before?
False.
I'm going to go P1X.
Oh, you figured.
It might dirty be a sea turtle.
It's a Warbird.
Damn.
Good
Warbird,
pick.
yeah.
Great
Almost
pick.
got
Lone
it.
Star was not on my radar
Great
at all.
pick.
Didn't even think of it.
Great pick.
Not a
Good job,
single time.
Silas.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up. We'll see you on
Oh, man. man.
Wednesday for the USDGC preview, and then we'll see you at USDGC. If you're going to be down there,
yeah.
we'll be down there Friday through Sunday. Our booth will be down there Thursday, too. You can stop by and say hi to All Business Brad and Jason, but then we'll be down there Friday through Sunday. We got a lot of fun stuff dropping.
Custom stamps. Some really cool
Some
custom
really cool
stamps.
custom stamps.
Really cool
I don't remember. I know certain things that are in.
I know about a certain and a certain
Well, I don't know
that
if
are
mine's
coming
in.
out. Oh, I'm pretty sure it is.
But Konner's is in hand.
It is like one of the coolest.
But we
discs I've
aren't
ever
going to
seen.
spoil it yet. You'll see it at USDGC, and then they'll probably hit the website after.
They're not going to make
They're
it to the
probably
website.
not gonna make it to the website.
Connor's disc is not making
Yeah.
it to the website.
So
I-
you'll have to be at USDGC if you want to see it.
Yeah.
We'll see you there.